The negative impacts of the pandemic have hit some much harder than others.
We have been evicted, lost our jobs, failed to qualify for EI and other COVID benefits.
We only have 2 accessible shelters, 2 in the entirety of our city.
A coalition of local advocacy groups say the pandemic has shone a spotlight on the problems vulnerable people have always faced in Hamilton, and it's time to make changes so that people with disabilities, the homeless, and those struggling to make ends meet can live in a more just city.
I think it's amplified homelessness. It's amplified, the shortfalls in the long-term care facilities and residential care facilities. I think that is absolutely correct. Those amplifications, I think, are something that we need to not ignore as we come out of the recovery.
Instead of going back to the way things were before, the coalition says the city has an opportunity to do better.
We do not want to go back to business as usual.
During a Zoom presentation today, local advocacy leaders shared the struggles many people are going through during this pandemic. Whether it's people with disabilities dying at alarming rates in long-term care facilities or victims of violence trapped with their abusers in their homes.
Big concerns for them, not only in terms of survivors of sexual violence, but in terms of having food security, in terms of their housing.
Hamilton Mayor Fred Eisenberger says many of the 150 recommendations presented by the coalition to the city are ideas already being considered, like creating more affordable housing units and providing more safe spaces for the homeless.
And so all of those issues are fundamental issues that I think need to have focus and attention now and going into the future.
The coalition will be making delegations to the city to ensure the vulnerable are represented in plans moving forward. Kelly Botelho, CHCH News.